All right, let's just jump right into this explainer. Today, we're going to completely dismantle that old, tired myth that you have to trade your precious hours for dollars. We're looking at 9 wildly unglamorous, but honestly absolutely lucrative business models that just quietly generate cash in the background of your life. Picture this for a second. It's 9:47 p.m. on a Tuesday. A guy named Cole in Jacksonville is, I don't know, 3 episodes deep into a Netflix show he's probably already seen twice. And at that exact moment, 11 miles away, a family is feeding dollar bills into an ice vending machine that he owns. By the time his episode wraps up, he's made $74. Literally nobody called him, nobody emailed him. The machine just sat there on a concrete pad, bagging up ice and collecting cash. It's the perfect proof that true asset-based income, yeah, it doesn't care about your schedule.
So here's the game plan for today. We're breaking this down into 5 key areas: the time money trap, automated machines and ads, the asset rental flywheel, digital empires never sleep, and finally, the ultimate passive asset. Part 1. The time money trap, breaking the illusion of active income.
So the core thesis here is pretty simple, right? Traditional jobs, and honestly, even those high-paying freelance gigs, they literally chain your income to your calendar. If you stop showing up, well, the money stops arriving. There's a strict ceiling based entirely on your physical presence. But asset-based income, that's a whole different ballgame. It means the effort and the earning happen at completely different times. You're effectively divorcing your work from your revenue. There's this fantastic quote from Keith Cunningham in The Road Less Stupid that hits the nail on the head. He says, "The best businesses are the ones that generate revenue from assets that don't complain, don't call in sick, and don't need supervision." That is exactly what we're looking for today. We want to build or buy systems that do the heavy lifting for us. Assets that literally just sit there and work. Moving on to Section 2, automated machines and ads, ICE, arcades, and billboards. 85%. I mean, just think about that number. That is the jaw-dropping gross margin you get on a bag of vended ice. And why? Well, because the core raw material is literally just water. Plus, the labor cost is virtually zero. It costs maybe 15 to 25 cents to produce a 20-pound bag, and you turn around and sell it for up to $3. That's incredible. And you know, these systems are just relentlessly efficient. Whether you're taking a 20 to 40% revenue cut on a claw machine in the back of a bowling alley, or netting thousands from an ice machine, the system is out there earning money at 2 a.m. while you're fast asleep. You might spend a random Saturday setting up a photo booth, but then it just collects cash every single Friday night after that while you're off doing whatever you want. Now let's talk about billboards, because look at how massive this industry is getting. The traditional outdoor ad market is sitting at about $8.6 billion, but digital displays, they are projected to hit $45 billion by 2030. A single digital billboard rotating 6 to 8 advertisers can pull in up to $20,000 a month. You sign a 6 or 12-month contract, and your only real job is to collect the check. The operating costs are almost comically low. All right, let's shift gears to part 3, the asset rental flywheel. Bounce houses, trailers, and equipment. I want you to compare these incredibly unsexy assets. We're talking about weekend bounce houses that basically run on a teacher schedule, working hard in the summer and resting all winter, to cargo trailers operating on self-serve lockboxes. Or get this, you can buy a mini excavator for 20 grand and rent it out for $500 a day. These things yield massive profit margins, especially once that initial asset is completely paid off. The real beauty of something like a cargo trailer fleet is what it doesn't demand from you. Think about it. They don't have engines, they don't need oil, no fuel, they don't even depreciate like a normal car does. And by using simple self-serve lockboxes and GPS tracking, you completely eliminate the physical handoff. A contractor can roll up, grab your trailer at 7 a.m. on a Monday, and you never even have to see their face. Josh Kaufman has this great observation. He points out that, look, you can't personally dig 3 foundations in a single week. Your body simply won't let you do it. But buying and renting out a mini excavator, that multiplies your earning capacity way, way beyond your physical limits. The machine does the actual work. You just manage the logistics. Section 4, digital empires never sleep. Courses and fulfillment by Amazon. So let's break down the exact steps of Amazon FBA, or Fulfillment by Amazon. Now, the upfront work, that's real. You absolutely have to source products and negotiate with suppliers. But here's the magic. Once that inventory arrives at Amazon's fulfillment centers, a customer can place an order at midnight, and Amazon takes care of packing, shipping, and even the customer service. Eventually, your entire job boils down to a quick 30-minute replenishment check, maybe twice a month. It is actually staggering when you realize that 60% of all Amazon sales, and we're talking over $400 billion here, are driven by ordinary third-party sellers. These are people who literally never even touch a cardboard box. They are just managing their inventory pipeline from a laptop anywhere in the world. But hey, if you prefer digital products over physical ones, look at this margin, 80 to 95%. That is the profit margin you can expect from creating digital courses. And the reason is simple. The marginal cost of selling one more digital copy to a student over in Singapore at 3 a.m. is exactly zero. There's no shipping, no warehouse, just pure, unadulterated scale. And keep in mind, you really don't need to be glamorous to crush it here. Actually, the most profitable courses are beautifully boring. Teaching practical, everyday skills like Microsoft Excel shortcuts or QuickBooks can quietly generate well over $100,000 a year. People absolutely need these skills for their jobs, which means the demand is as steady as gravity, and the platform's algorithm essentially does all your marketing for you. And finally, Section 5, the ultimate passive asset, uncovering the most lucrative, hands-off business. Okay, we are talking about RV and boat storage. Honestly, it's just a fenced-in gravel lot with a security camera. But look at the market size. There are 11.2 million registered RVs in the US, and most homeowners associations legally prohibit people from parking them in their driveways. So these owners desperately need a safe place to park their massive toys. You don't need plumbing, you don't need climate control. Renters just set up autopay and they end up staying for years. Let's look at the math. Because storage lots boast a crazy 70 to 85% profit margin, you can take a one-time $110,000 investment and turn it into nearly $50,000 of incredibly passive annual cash flow. Think about it. At midnight on a Tuesday, you've got 40 RVs sitting on your property. Not a single one of them needs anything from you, yet every single one of them is paying you. It all really clicks into place when we compare someone like Trevor, who has a high-stress consulting business, to Grace and her automated trailer fleet. Now, sure, Trevor makes slightly more at $15K a month, but he is the engine. If he stops, the money completely stops. Grace, on the other hand, makes $12.6K a month, but her system works while she's sitting down eating dinner. It becomes wonderfully obvious that separating your income from your physical presence is way, way more valuable than just having a high hourly rate. I want to share this profound quote from Carl Richards that directly challenges all of us. He says, "The biggest obstacle to wealth isn't a lack of knowledge. It's a failure to act on knowledge you already have." He's reminding us that, look, we already know trading hours for dollars is a trap. You know that a system running without you is worth infinitely more than a skill that requires you. But knowledge without execution, it's meaningless. The only difference between watching this explainer and actually building wealth is simply taking action. So, as you reflect on everything we covered in this explainer, I'm going to leave you with one vital question. Which of these 9 unsexy businesses will you choose to decouple your time from your wealth? Whether it's selling frozen water, a gravel lot, or a digital course, the opportunity is literally right in front of you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I highly encourage you to take that first step right now.